They were really good. They've been really good both days. So, I mean, and that's what we expected out of this group. This group has practiced really well all year long. There's a resiliency to them. And I know as a coaching staff, you love being around these guys because of how they approach things. So.
Up to this point, what do you think? Where has the team improved the most? Do you think?
I mean, there's a lot of things, and I think it's different phases of the game. I think our special teams have played well by and large throughout the year. Our punt unit, I think, has been outstanding. I think our coverage ability has been really, really good. JJ's done a really good job in kickoff coverage just because of how he's kicked the ball. I think we've grown offensively. And I think at times when we tackle well on the defensive side of the ball, we're doing really good things. So we need to continue to improve on the fundamentals, and that's always something that you can't take a day off from it. You need to continue to grow from. And then I just think individual, there are players, and you see how they were in game one and where they were going into the last game. How they've grown as a group, and I think they've all grown. So
the offensive line really from game one to now has really shown a lot of progress.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a microcosm of what your original question was, and Sean's first game ever at Cincinnati, and then Duke getting put into the lineup in the Washington State game, and then how Chris has grown during the year, and Jake has grown, and Boss has grown during the season. I think we developed some depth. Alec is rotating in at tackle. John Gaines is rotating at guard. Sam Marazzo's rotating in at center. So you're playing 8 guys there. So I think our depth is better than it's ever been, and with the exception of Boss, they all come back. So, but it's been. As a microcosm maybe of the team, as you watch how they've grown over the season, I think they've really all really grown.
This weekend you're looking at one of the best linebackers in the country in Weaver, leads the country in tackles by a lot.
By a lot.
What do you see in him as a player?
He's an instinctive football player that he doesn't get fooled very much. People run play action, and he seems like he's underneath the route. And then people run the same exact action and hand it off, and he's making the tackle in the backfield. So, he's a very, very instinctive football player. He does lead the country in tackles by a lot. He's always around the ball. I think he averages 15 tackles a game, which is kind of unheard of since Luke Kuechly was at Boston College back in the day and did the same thing when he got to the NFL. But he's got a sense. He's a converted defensive lineman that handled that transition very well. He's big. He's 6'3", he's 235 pounds. He can run sideline to sideline. He plays every down. He does not come out of the game. But he's a guy that we have to be aware of who number 89 is at all times.
What is the status of Dorian? Is he going to?
Dorian's going to practice today, so we'll see. I don't know. All I know is we go with David Day, so today he'll practice, and we'll see how he responds to the practice and training today. And then we got Thursday and Friday, and then we'll see where we are. But today he's going to go out because if you guys brave it outside, you will see him out there. So.
What about Chris Barnes and Kenny?
Both practicing and both. Who's was?
Kenny Churchwell.
Not sure with Church if he's going to go full today, but you'll see the other. You'll see Dorian, Chris, and Logan today. So.
With Thanksgiving, I guess tomorrow, right? Is there anything special planned for the team?
The unique thing about being in Southern California is our players get to spend Thanksgiving with their families. So, and then the players that are from a distance will go home with some of the current players. There'll be a few coaches that have some players over their houses, but we'll practice a little bit earlier on Thursday so that everybody can kind of get out of here in the afternoon and enjoy Thanksgiving as a family.
What is something that you are thankful for this season? Just the way this season has gone for you guys.
The weather. Okay. I think you appreciate on days like this. You really truly appreciate the weather in Southern California. So when you can say this is the first day it's really rained since May 23rd, I think people will complain about this weather, but you better be really thankful about what we have here. And then as a team, our players have been awesome. It's such a fun group to be around every day. They really understand that they control their response. They don't control the event, and they come with great attitudes every day. And it's a group of guys that is thirsty to learn, and you can see their improvement where this happened from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. But I know as a coaching staff to the players, we're really thankful for just their approach to things every day. It makes it fun to come to work every day.
I know you don't believe in momentum, but do you believe in wins as a kind of perception of the program to finish this season off strong?
Yeah, well, part of it, just the argument with momentum, and everybody gets a kick out of it. If you said momentum, then we wouldn't win this week because we lost last week. So you better hope we don't believe in momentum. That's the part of it. Everybody talks about momentum when it's winning, but momentum swings both ways. I don't think there's a positive or negative to the term. It just, and again, you can't rely on momentum to take you into anything. So it's, I think anytime you win, it's a positive, and I think anytime you lose, it's a negative. So that's the way we approach that. But I just think the general overall, I get a kick out of the philosophical discussion that Ben asks about all the time. But it's so if we have a bad day today, weather, is it going to be like this for the rest of our lives? Because the momentum of the weather is it's really bad right now. We don't believe in that, just like it's, you know, what we believe in is that you control how you feel and act about things. And if you let outside circumstances run it, then shame on you because your life's going to go like this. So I don't think Josh Kelly believes in momentum. You know, I think Josh Kelly has as positive an attitude as I've ever been around in my entire life, and regardless of the situation, you know, and I think we should learn that lesson, not the lesson of let's worry about outside circumstances. So.
You've had a lot of different looks in the run game, but for the most part, it seems like you've focused on zone run rather than gap scheme. Is that something that was?
That's philosophical what we do as a group and what our guys are good at. You know what I mean? I don't think you just say, hey, let's just run this because it's a good scheme. It's what are your players' strengths and how do you play to your players' strengths? We got a bunch of guys that are really good zone blockers, so that's what we play to.
Do you think getting this last win would be good for the perception of the program, considering what's happening?
Again, perception isn't what we're worried about. We're worried about the reality. You know, I think you should be grounded in the reality, not the perception. So a win is a positive thing. So that's what we're striving to win. But we're not trying to win because of what the perception will be. We're trying to win because that's what our job is to go win games on Saturday. So I think you get caught up in that. It's, hey, we got to win this game because it gives us. We got to win this game because it's the game we're playing this week.